Hey, it's Random Pop Culture News Freak here once again, aka Mr. MannyTendoWolverine. Got some rest of videos on Natural Short Channel on my Twitter, Instagram, of course. D-Shoot, Odyssey, Brighteon, Reddit, Rumble, Minds, Threads even possibly, just in case the channel gets shut down. Or the YouTube algorithm does what's it called, shadow bans. God forbid if it hacks or DDoSes or deletes the algorithm, deletes the channel. Hope that never happens. Anyhow, I know it's like 5-6 days old, but I only heard about it on Friday thanks to my boy, Gord the movie guy. Gotta give credit to him. I'll leave the link to his reaction in the description box down below if you want to check him out yourselves. A little bit quiet today for me sleeping next door, so that's why a little bit more preserved right now than usually. I might hope this isn't a super hype ass freaking trailer because I may end up screaming my fucking lungs off, to be honest with you. Anyways, I don't remember the last time I had to do a Godzilla movie trailer thing. I think it was the when I did a Chat and Breeze in 2018, 2019, when Netflix did like a anime series for it. It was like a 2D anime series. It wasn't live action, thank God. You and us, you and me both know, especially my subscribers, you know. Second, Netflix tried to do like a live action anime manga, Japanese, like cartoon, Japanese animation sort of freaking live action version of that series. It just ends up stinking like diarrhea, chewing out like excrement, horseshit. It's very, very bad. Anyways, I got like maybe 2 or 3 other articles to talk about at the end of this reaction review segment. One of them maybe this Saturday or something I'll probably try to do a video on, and the other 2 I'm probably just gonna leave it alone honestly because I really don't have that much of an interest to do a movie review to do a what's it called articles, news, whatever this is, article reaction review segment slash news time slash news headline like content video, commentary video about it, because that's one part of my interest. But one of them has to do with this little beef thing that's going on. And obviously I'm gonna wait till I see it on Blu-ray DVD because as much as I love the living shit out of the chick that did freaking the one that unfortunately Charles Manson destroyed and he killed everybody, Sharon Tate chick, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Focus on Wolf of Wall Street, and the one she's mostly known for playing as Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie. As much as I love the crap out of her acting, her freaking performance is amazing, phenomenal, but I ain't gonna go see the Barbie movie in the theater. I'm not. I'm just saying. That gets old. I'm trying to shit on people that are not LGBTQIA, non-gender, non-binary, gender fluid, they, them pronoun community. It's not because I'm trying to shit on that freaking, lifestyle. As a heterosexual straight man and somebody that doesn't have kids, maybe if I had kids I'd probably go see it with them, but I'm not a father either, so there's that. I don't know. Maybe if it was dad and I had my wife and my daughter wanted to go see it, then I probably would go see it. But I only go see it because it's fine as fuck. Beautifully sexy as shit Margot Robbie is. And the other one, it's gonna have a beef with the other one. I'm definitely on my future mother, my future pops, and my grandparents, unfortunately already graves. I'm totally not missing Oppenheimer or Oppenheimer because, like I said before, for the past 3, 4, 5 weeks already, my other news commentary videos and I've done already. I'm a huge ass, absolute fanboy when it comes to Christopher Nolan shit. There's no way in hell I'm missing that freaking movie. Especially when they did the Dark Knight trilogy originally before. And they did the Inception film, Tenet, Interstellar, freaking even the Shawshank Redemption. I had no idea that was a Christopher Nolan movie either, but his movie films it's the kind of type of movies you gotta watch at least 1,000 times to at least understand the premises of what he's trying to get at. You almost gotta be like straight up a scientific Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Stephen Hawking's, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye the Science Guy levels of intellect to understand how his movies work. Because that man is just straight up a god tier level of not just intellectualism or Hyperionism or freaking. He's a god among men when it comes to like his movies. It's like a whole other different aspect level. Besides 2 other actors, 2 other movie directors I really love watching long movies, which would be Quentin Tarantino and maybe the dude that did the S-Word Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy. I forgot his name. Oh yeah, James Gunn, along with a few other directors, especially Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, fucking the OGs of OGs, Stanley Kubrick, the other dude that made that movie with that one guy, Escape from New York and Escape from LA. I think it was still Stanley Kubrick, I don't remember. And even the guy, even though he makes a lot of movies that are kind of scary for little kids, Stephen King, you know, the biggest of the biggest. Like my top 5, top 10. I did a whole tier list of this shit. I'd be here for days, years even. I think he was the best actor, a Hollywood actor. Best movie producer, best screenwriter, the script writer, best fucking producer, director, co-producer of all time. I'd be here all freaking night. Granted, I know it's Hollywood, you know, a lot of real evil, Freemason, Illuminati, New World Order, satanic occults, Bilderberg, Rockefeller, Rothschilds, Knights of Templar, the small hat people, and the bankster people cartel. Bankster people cartel usually run that whole industry, unfortunately. So there's that. So, as much as it pains me to say it, that is true, but I still like watching some of their movies that they pop out once in a while, you know? It's one of my guilty pleasures, you know? Granted, yeah, I know I'm paying my hard-earned money to see some satanic, devil-worshipping, antichrist fucking person get billions and billions of dollars all over the world, which, yeah, it kind of sounds unfair, but as long as I get my entertainment, and as long as it has a bit of an action adventure, something worth watching, worth wasting my 2.5, 3, 4 hours of my life, you know, just a little bit of a mini escapism. Same with video games and anime too, obviously, and sometimes adult stuff and furry shit and World 34 too. You know, life's still worth living. I'm just saying. So once I go into a slump and get depressed and think about finishing everything in my life, pretty much, aka, you know, cut the grave early. If you catch my drift from that. But don't worry, I'm definitely not going to go to the point where I decide to take my own soul, so to speak. Anyways, yeah, there's that. And the other one I was going to talk about is something to do with like 50 Cent saying that P. Diddy is like doing some weird shit in Hollywood and how rap and hip hop is just completely controlled by the government in California now. I don't know. Shout out to my boy Misanthropic One. I know he did a video on it too. So 3, 2, 1, let's get it in. Let's go and let's get into it. Godzilla Minus One. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's get it in. I don't know why I have it backwards. I think I flipped the phone by accident. My bad. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Godzilla 1 minus trailer. Without further ado, I'll stall and BSing because I had to eat some pizza time dinner and a little bit of Panda Express. So there's that. So let's go. Let's see it. Hope it's on. Why does it look so low quality? I think it's at 144p. Yeah, it does. I don't know why my phone decides to be an asshole like that. Right, here it is. Tosho Studios. Is that the one Hayao Miyazaki owns? Okay. Oh, shoot.
GODZILLA Minus One.
Wow. Okay. Dang, that was... Hey, what? That's it? It was only like 15-20 seconds. It wasn't even a freaking 2-minute trailer. Wow. I was hoping to be more than that. Okay, so that's where my fan is. There's like 1 billion degrees in this freaking room, even though the air conditioning's on, so you might hear that, unfortunately. Yeah, so thoughts, views, and opinions. Honestly, though, yeah, where do I even begin? Like, that was only a 15-20 second, like, trailer. I thought it was going to be like 1.5 minutes at least. So I saw something that was like 1 minute and 18 seconds, unless it was just something for the YouTube freaking like channels out there on Twitch streamer, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and any other social media platforms that, or like news articles from the internet, websites, social media, like journalists, video game and anime articles, and just lamestream media at this point. Like news headlines that get a clickbait. Oh, it's gonna be 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. And that was only like 15-20 seconds. Like, come on, bro. Are you fucking kidding me for real? Christ, bro. That's a bitch, honestly. But as far as everything else goes, it looks kick-ass. Amazingly. Just kiss. I would have liked to see more, but I was expecting to be a little long on it, but I guess not. But once again, I gotta give credit is due to my boy, or the movie god, and my girl. I haven't said this name on this channel in like 2.5 years. I think Altiora did a video on it too, so I'll leave the link to both of their reaction reviews and I guess hypeness and their thoughts, views, and opinions video and how they thought about it. So I haven't seen them yet, but I want to check it out right after I'm done with this video. Cause I think Altiora might have done it first, but when I saw Gore do it, I was like, dude, this shit has to be a fucking knocking apart if he did it. Because I usually like watching a lot of his stuff more than Altiora. No offense to her, because I know some of her shit's really cool too, but like I like his stuff better. Because him and Tyra Banks are like the only two people I watch do reaction reviews, sort of review teaser / reaction sort of commentary / criticism sort of videos. I like watching those. Kind of reminds me of the late 2000s or the mid 2010s era of how YouTube used to be before 2016 or 2017 when the whole apocalypse happened. This website just went more and more down to the shithole. It's getting worse every day, unfortunately. But as far as everything else goes, it was good. I liked it. It looks like it's gonna be like he looks a little bit more different than the other two Godzillas that were in Godzilla vs. Kong. That one, along with I remember the Godzilla 2014 movie. He looks a lot more actually different compared to those two. So I'm not sure if this is like the 1940s, 50s version of Godzilla, and they're just bringing them back again and revising them. Because like I said earlier, before I started this reaction video, I said earlier in this reacts video, before I started watching at my own personal time, well, not personal time, I'm sharing with you guys, I thought it was going to be like a live action version of the Netflix version that they tried to do in 2019, 2020. I still haven't got to watch that one, by the way, even though it's like 4 or 5 years old now. I was told to watch it. There's probably a lot of wokeism shit around us, so I don't know if I really want to waste my time. And by the way, like almost a month ago, I finally got to watch that little mini documentary series of Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was good. Yeah, there was a few woke political, Democrat, far left extremist sort of views and ideologies, beliefs, and all that shit, which kind of made me cringe. Didn't make me throw up or vomit, but it was kind of cringe, to be honest. Extra cringe and a little extra like reaching out there, to be honest. But then again, I don't live that type of lifestyle. I mean, I did when I was like a 90s kid, 2000s kid, and teenager. But by the time I hit 21, 22 years old, I mean, as far as race and ethnicity goes, I used to I used to scream from the heavens that like my Mexican, Puerto Rican race and the Spanish are like the greatest race in this whole fucking earth. And we're always getting degraded and degenerized. We're always being, disproportionate communities. You know how, like, no offense to anybody who's black or African American out there, but black people kind of are sometimes. We're the oppressed ones because the evil white man, the white devil, the white evil freaking slave master is like always putting us down. And that's kind of how I was, but for Hispanics though, not black. Because unfortunately, I think the main reason, I'm not going to get too private or personal, is if you remember my Criticism Guy 2009 channel, my Critical Realization Man channel, from way back then. I used to go on once, I think I only ever talked about it twice on my channel, but back when I only had like 30 or 50 subscribers, to like 19 or 20, so I was still in my late teens, early 20s, still growing as a person. I'm still growing as a person. I'm not 35 years old almost. I literally was like almost tormented and tortured and bullied like a motherfucker. Mainly when it came to blacks. And I'm not trying to say every black person's an evil, nasty, disgusting piece of shit that deserves a rotten hell. I'm not saying that at all. I know there's still good-hearted, beautiful, wonderful, kind black people. The ones I've even worked with, for retail and for like office jobs and hotel jobs and motel jobs I work at. It's only like 2 black dudes I know that work over there, and super nicest, coolest people in the world I've ever met. I know this is good, man. I mean, I know every race and ethnicity has good and evil, no matter what freaking circumstances I have. Is just, I don't know, for some reason, unfortunately, especially when I was in elementary, middle school, dude. I really didn't get bullied by any other race except mainly black dudes. I don't know what it was. I don't know what targeted mainly a lot of African American kids that bullied me a shit sometimes. I don't know, it's because I was an annoying piece of shit to them and they hated positivity, or maybe their mom or their dad came from a broken crack cocaine house, and the typical mother was the one that had to be the father and the mother, and the whole stereotype story, like, I ain't got no mother, I ain't do nothing, either police killed her brother, or sister, stepmom, stepbrother, stepuncle, aunt, and they're down disproportionately, and they're all living together in the projects and hood, and being in the gang and fucking doing drugs and alcohol is the only way they're gonna succeed in life, or be a rapper or a basketball, football player, and that's all they're gonna fucking do for the rest of their life. I don't know. And I don't know where the fuck that came from all of a sudden. Other than that, I don't know. I think that's part of the reason why I was bullied and harassed IRL a lot. And it came to social media when MySpace and Facebook and Twitter first came around. Like, I don't know, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, I knew how to deal with trolls so bad already that in real life it wouldn't have mattered if I got bullied and harassed on the internet. That's why, for me, cyberbullying, when I started being a thing, and trolls and all that, like, I didn't take none of that seriously. I thought that was a fucking laughable joke at that time. I still think it's a joke at the time. Anyways, luckily in high school and college I got way better. I wasn't bullied or picked on ever again. Well, freshman, sophomore year I got picked on, but it wasn't from a black person that was bullying me. One, believe it or not, was actually a Filipino Asian person, or a Hawaiian dude, and the second one was a white guy. I've only ever had like 2 white bullies in my life, and like 1 Asian bully. And black and Arab, Middle Eastern, and Hispanic, I don't think I've ever had a bully in that race. I've only ever had it from a black, a Filipino kid, and a white kid. No, 2 white kids, that's it. Not even just pushing race ethnicity aside, I don't know. I guess it just depends. Because everybody has a whole different walk of life. Everybody has a whole different set of circumstances, whole different sets of, experiences that they go through in their life. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for the whole 7-8 billion other people I grew up, how the world was and how the world is, how it's going to be, One thing I say is this, is that hopefully you get right with Yahshua, Yahweh, Jesus, God, the Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father, and Hashem, the Lord Jesus, to hopefully protect you where all those screwed up bullcrap situations are going through. And even when you're not going through with it, still give thanks that He's still breathing breath in your lungs, in my personal opinion. I know some of the atheists and monotheists are going to say, but there is no physical proof of it. I was like, yeah, I know. But that's what I still believe. I'm going to believe that till I hit the grave, too. Anyways, let's get to the 2 articles I wanted to talk about earlier, to be honest. Okay, so the first one up real fast is, like I said before in the beginning of the video, excuse me, from Deadline.com, so this comes from Anthony D'Alessandro, gotta credit him. Barbie glamming up for $80 million to $100 million, opening with pre-sales bigger than The Little Mermaid, and Oppenheimer, like I said before earlier in this video, way earlier, that I really, oh dude, I'm so hyped as shit for that movie. And just because Matt Damon and of course Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in the movie. I mean, dude that did Iron Man and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and even the Dr. Dolittle remake remaster movie too, which is cool. What other movies did he do? Oh, the one that had Keanu Reeves and the dude that had AJ Jones in it, Keanu Reeves. I forgot the other dude's name. I think it was what was that fucker dude's name, man? The one that was in the Matrix Revolutions. How did I forget his name, bro? I remember Carrie-Anne Moss's Trinity. She was back as her role from 2 years ago in that movie. Neil Patrick Harris. I think it was Neil Patrick Harris. And then maybe Jonah Hill. I don't know. And I remember Robert Downey Jr. was another Keanu Reeves. I remember that. And then obviously he played Iron Man later on too. He's the most well-known actor in Disney Marvel to play Iron Man. So that's another reason I'm seeing it too. And like I said before in a couple videos back, when it comes to like shit, when it comes to the end is near, the end of the world, the Armageddon, some apocalyptic end of destruction, end of humanity, fucking big giant cataclysm, tyrannical dystopian universe, and evil fucked up end of the world, rapture, harpazo, catching away, snatching away, like event, like type of movie and type of anime, video game, or manga, or if it ever happened in real life. It just always gravitated toward me like to a moth to a flame. I don't know. It's always been my addiction when it came to those type of movies and entertainment and video games and anime and manga and freaking TV series and shit. I don't know. And even in real life. I mean, if that truly would have happened in my lifetime, honestly, I mean, we're getting way, way more like sightings of UAPs and UFOs and the war going on in Ukraine, which it's sad that shit's happening in real life. So many people are freaking just dying every minute from all these missiles and bombs and the stuff Russia's doing to Ukraine, which I thought in the beginning at first, maybe the first month or two, that was like a psychological operation, a psyop, or if it was like some fake staged event that was going on. It was really some other country that was getting destroyed and not really Ukraine. But I mean, looking in the long run, that's, God, man, I can't even picture myself having to worry about a missile or a freaking giant atomic nuclear bomb destroying my fucking house within 1 second. I mean, over here where I live out here in Vegas, there's like an Air Force base. And they always have like these 2, 4, 5 super loud F-fighter F-16s that are always really loud as fuck. You may or may not have heard it in a few of my videos in the past. So there's that. I mean, God forbid one of the little nuclear missile hydrogen bombs end up accidentally sliding out of the plane, and then I'm dead within 2 seconds. There's no way I'm gonna run from that. Or worse, if I'm asleep too. God, Yahshua, Hashim, Jesus forbid. God forbid that ever happens. Anyways, yeah, so it says Oppenheimer has shot at $50 million at the box office. So yeah, there's that. I cannot wait to see this bad boy. So it says it's quite conceivable that another near $200 million weekend is in store for the box office over July 21st to 23rd. I'm still not sure if I'm going to see it Friday, Saturday. If I see it Saturday, I probably won't do a video until Sunday. But if I see it Friday, I'll still do a video Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So there's that. So if you don't see a video this Friday, you'll see it Saturday. And if you don't see it on Saturday, you'll still see it probably on Friday, Sunday, and Monday. So that's probably how I'm going to plan it out. And as I said before, I say again, if I had kids of my own, I had a son or a daughter, or a niece or nephew that wanted to go see Barbie, and I'll go see it with them if I had to babysit them. But more than likely, that's not happening. I'm just gonna wait till that's on Blu-ray DVD and watch my own time. And then Michael Cera's in it too, bro. I remember him so far from back in the day when he made the Superbad movie. The other one, I forgot what it was called. I think it was called Curb Your Enthusiasm. No. There's an Australian, British, UK, Aussie, a New Zealander dude named Christopher. He used to like talk about it all the time. I forgot what the fucking name of that show was, man. Arrested Development, yeah. I remember he was in Superbad, Arrested Development, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Juno, This Is the End. I think the last movie I saw him do after that was, if I'm thinking, Jane, I think it might have been Las Miserables. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. And then he did like in 2020, the Pandemic Scandal was going on. He did like a reunion with the whole cast of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. So that's like the last time I saw him in any sort of media, period. So it's 3.5 years ago. And then last year I saw him in like this Jeopardy episode randomly. So it's been a while since the last time I saw him in any movie, period. Or just in the media in general. So that's probably the only funny reason I want to see him. Will Ferrell was in it too, so I know he's a funny ass dude, but then he's kind of level of Tom Hanks and Brad Pitt, where I think off camera is a really, really evil, super mega evil, disgusting piece of crap, which sucks because he's a funny ass dude, man. Sucks all the people I grew up with when I was like in elementary, middle school, high school, they all end up turning up to be evil, devil worshiping Satanist fucks. It's a shame, it really is. Because it has so much talent, bro. So much funniness, charisma. Like, straight up badass, cool performances on the movies. And they end up turning out to be monsters in real life. It sucks. Anyways, there was another one I wanted to watch about 50 Cent. I'll leave the link down below. But This one I'm probably going to talk about Friday or Saturday. Last of Us 2, or Last of Us composer, music composer, hints at part 2 of Remastered. Looks like Ellie, Abby, and Levy are coming back. This comes from George Foster from The Gamer. So I'll leave the link in the description box below if you want to read it at your own personal time. And yeah, I'll probably do this one Friday or Saturday. So there was a tweet that Gustavo Santiago, that's what his name was, Sanatoliana. I think he talked about it. So yeah, so it might be confirmed. It's gonna be a part 2 remake remastered. I don't know what the fuck Sony keeps doing this mess, man. I'll get more into that when I do the video for it. So there's that. Straight up cash grabbing motherfuckers for real. I liked Naughty Dog when I made Crash Bandicoot back in the day, and Spyro, and maybe a little bit of Nathan Drake, but I wasn't crazy about that one either, but it was alright. Man, they just gotta hold their horses, man. They just did one in March, April, May of this year when they did the Last of Us Remake Remaster. And then it was a real bad buggy. That game was super broken as shit. So there's that. So yeah, that's all I guess for now. I'm out of here. Thanks for subscribing. I'm gonna crash on the side. That's it. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys and fingers as always. I'll talk to you boys. I'll see you when I see you guys today. Have a good night. Wherever you're at in the world out there, stay more with your conscious channel. Cover your industry news, my news, or drama news. Elon Musk news, once in a while, celebrity gossip news, entertainment news, and of course, anime manga update news and reaction review segments like this one. Peace out, nice hawk out, lace and bye, see you on the flip side, take it easy and out. Stay away from, don't take the jab or any of the nanobots, microbots, hydrogel, poison that they control people with. Please don't take it. Stay far the fuck away from it. Later and gone, deuces and bye. Stay safe and gone. See you in the next one. Goodbye.